Lips, who's stopping this?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this very special live stream, and we are here live with J.Reid. How you doing, man?
What's going on, Daniel? I appreciate the invite, UJAM family. I appreciate it, and we are here all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm tapping in, and I'm ready to hear some music.
Yeah, and we appreciate you being here and taking the time to do this with us.
For
Um,
sure.
Before we begin, first of all, we will also raffle out another Beatmaker. So if you are active in the chat, you get a chance to win another Beatmaker title. I think it is Chrome, but I'm not sure. I think
Okay.
so. But before we jump into listening to tracks, let's talk about you a little bit because we're
For
we're
sure.
grateful for you taking the time. So tell me a little bit, like, how did you get into music? When did you start? How did you start, and all that?
Wow. So I started music. Well, let's if we gonna ask that question, I gotta take it from the beginning.
Yeah, do it.
Uh, I grew up from in the church, right? So just seeing, African American Southern churches is serious. It's
Right,
serious
right.
business. The choirs, the live instruments, the drums. All that was a very early interest. Like just seeing it, and then from there, I started in the band.
Hmm.
So from my love from seeing it at church, I was like, okay, this is my chance to kind of get into it. So sixth grade, I went to middle school and did band until I graduated high school. So I really love instruments. I played the drums really throughout my whole high school career, and then I also played the bass guitar, the French horn.
Yeah.
I tried a little trombone, just trying different things just to see what really, stuck with me, what resonated with what I really like. And just became the drums for real because I did marching band, jazz band, concert band,
Right.
and I would always do the snare drum or, but one thing I didn't learn was read music. So it was like, I don't know, it's just a whole different language to me. I didn't take the time to really learn it. But just that time in high school learning all the different types of music, the different styles, um, it just gave me a great appreciation for music in general.
Right.
And when I was in ninth grade, I actually got introduced to FL Studio, which was back then called Fruity Loops,
Right.
and it was like 2.1 or something, 2.3 or something. And my friend taught me how to use the program, and ever since then, and this was during the days where let's say Soldier Boy came out and he was using FL Studio or Fruity Loops, and the beats were, they're nostalgic now, but back then everybody kind of looked down on them because everybody was using MPCs and Phantoms and all that kind of stuff, right? So, you know, um, it's crazy, but at this point in time, FL Studio is a signature DAW to use.
Yep.
So I stayed true to the game, and I've been learning. I've been working with FL Studio for about maybe 15, 20
Oh,
years
damn, you're
almost.
loyal.
Yeah. And I work with Ableton. I do Logic, and of course I use Pro Tools to record vocals and stuff, but
Right.
FL Studio, just the parameters, it just is great. So
Yeah.
that's my start, and then like I said, I got into making beats in high school, and writing songs and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
and it just progressed from there.
Dope. Sorry, my
Yes,
camera.
sir.
If my camera is like bugging out, I gotta restart it. I'm sorry. Sorry,
Okay,
guys.
nice. Okay.
Um, that's sick. So yeah, I mean, back in the day, for some reason, not for some reason, I think back in the day, the audio engine of FL or Fruity Loops wasn't as great, compared to the other ones. But I
Mm.
mean, now it's like there's not really a big difference anymore. It was, yeah. But so I know that. I think also the name kind of played part of it, when they were like Fruity Loops. So I think that's why they changed it to FL Studio now. Um,
Absolutely.
dope. So, so it kind of was organically for you, right? Because of church and all that. So that it was
Yeah.
not like really a decision you had to make because just something you grew up in, essentially.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. And like football is big down here as well. Like, so marching band, that is
Right,
a
right, right.
huge thing down here. Like, and I had to be a part of it. So learning that culture as well, it just helped with everything.
Yeah.
Like now I'm able to make any kind of music because I understand music
Yeah.
at the base. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not just um rap music or pop music. Like I didn't come in the era where that was, what I'm saying? It was
Yeah. Yeah.
very important. But now it's like, okay, I think we kind of getting lost of what music it really is at the source instead of just like, oh, it has to be pop, it has to have these certain, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Music
Right.
is, you know,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You don't always need to like think in genres. Like just do what you like. And
absolutely.
you said you started without essentially without music theory, then, right? You just like was like kind of just feeling it and going with it. Is that still the case, or did you learn music theory now?
Well, I learned music theory, but I just didn't really like just dive into learning
Right.
notes, and it just got so confusing. The higher up you went, it was just like, oh my god,
Right. Right. Right.
I still have to do my regular schoolwork, and I don't have time to
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
learn and dive into this. But I learned chord structure, I learned movements,
Right.
a crescendo. I learned all the terminology, but just like if I had to write a score, I couldn't write a score,
Right.
but I can play it for you. Yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean,
So
we just talked about it. Hans Zimmer is the same thing. Like he just like went by what he heard and kind of started like without learning. And
really,
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah,
that's crazy. I didn't know that.
yeah.
That's crazy.
And I mean, now he's one of the biggest composers on this planet. So it's kind of wild. Just I think if you want
Absolutely,
something
absolutely.
enough, you find a way. You know. Um,
Yeah, and you put some time into it for sure.
what is? Oh, I'll let you do your thing. What was the
Yeah, my bad.
what was the first beat you ever sold? And like, do you still remember that moment? And how did that feel to you?
I do remember that moment. The first beat I ever sold was it was probably it was $60.
Hmm.
I was just starting out. It was with my cousin and his friends, and they were rapping, and I was rapping too, and I was rapping on my own beats, and they was like, man, like I need you to make me something like that," and I was like, "Okay, cool." And I remember making it, and they was like, "Yeah, but how much you want?" And I'm like,
I
I don't
haven't thought
know.
of it.
Like, yeah, just tell me $60 or something. They was like, cool. And then from that point, I understood, like, okay, this is a business. I can
Right.
really do something with this. And it just took off from there. Like, and then my first placement was for Lil Boosie, Show the World.
Mm.
And
Okay.
then from like I said, that was in 2013. It's 2025.
Man.
And my latest placement was with Nicki Minaj.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's like, hey, you got to keep going. You got to
Right.
keep rolling. You got to keep working.
Yeah. That's sick. What artists really pushed you creatively in a session? Do you remember anything specifically?
The most important artist, which is Nicki Minaj.
Hmm.
And I feel like that's the reason why we had these hit records because she, like, I came in with a talent and she recognized that, but also she took time to help develop me in the things that she wanted as well. Like it wasn't just, oh, I'm gonna give you these beats and
Right.
that's it. And I'm gonna no, she was like, listen, I like this one, but it's cool, but go back in and do some more
Hmm.
and do it like this, make some changes, do this, or make the beat switch up. And just
Right.
certain preferences from one of the biggest artists in the world you're gonna listen to. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, if you're asking for all this, you're not just dealing with the minimum, bare minimum. And it just inspired me to want to continue to give more than just oh, I just did a beat and I sent it out.
Hmm.
The latest song, Pink Friday Girls, right? We had the song done and she played it for the label. They loved it. They literally flew me back out and wanted me to beef it up some more.
Oh wow.
And yeah, it's like the post production aspect of it kind of gave me another insight as well. And that's after the first run we had. So it was like,
Right.
okay, not only do you have to make it good, but now you have the song. Let's build the beat around the song. Let's structure it correctly. How they were trusting me, and I was like, okay, cool. And that song is currently gold, over 100 million streams. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So
Sick.
you know, I've never stopped learning, regardless of if it was Nicki or an independent artist I met yesterday. It's fun when you can learn from other people and you can I guess uh what's the word, like actually do the stuff that they are telling you to do and it
Yeah. Yeah.
works. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. And I mean, then it becomes a real collaboration rather than just somebody being like, "Cool, I like this beat, I'll take it," And
Absolutely.
that must be amazing too. How do
Yeah.
you define success for yourself now compared to when you started?
So to me, success would be based off longevity.
Hmm.
When I started, it was more about, oh, like I got this money. I get this, get paid for this, get paid for this. Oh, it's cool.
Hmm.
But in today's time with social media, the demand for music, the demand for new content all the time, longevity is successful to me. You know what I mean? Because you have so many artists and producers who make one song
Hmm.
and they go viral and you never hear from them again.
Right.
So is that really successful or is that a good moment? You
Right.
know,
Right. Right.
in
Yeah.
my eyes, I think that's a great moment, but in order to continue to build off that great moment, you have to just keep working. Like I think, you can everybody can get one great song,
Hmm.
but to have multiple and keep going for years and years, like those people like Timberland and for real, Hans Zimmer,
Right.
uh, Dr. Dre, these people have been in this industry for over 20 years.
Yeah. And in
You
order
know,
to do
and
that,
not
you got to reinvent yourself all the time, right?
absolutely. You
Mm-hmm.
can't just be a one trick pony. And that's kind of
Mm-hmm.
what, and I'm learning. Like I make a lot of great rap records, but I also make a lot of great R&B records.
Right.
I great a lot of pop records.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting into country. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like success is definitely defined by how long you can keep it going.
Right.
Because, like you said, somebody, it's just like I guess the lottery theory. Somebody win the lottery that really don't know much about money, get $1 million. But then if you don't know how to invest it or keep it going, then guess what? That $1 million will be gone in 3-4 months.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know?
Exactly. That's sick. All right. Most underrated artist you've worked with who deserves more recognition. I
Hmm.
think my there we
Yeah.
go again.
These dogs over here. The most underrated artist I've ever worked with. I would say the artist I'm working with currently now. She's an R&B artist. Beja Rodriguez.
Mm,
Uh, Definitely do your research on that. Whoever's watching, Beja Bahja Rodriguez. She is dope. Her music, her voice, her talent. She's writing everything, so the songwriting is just spectacular. And she's on the radar. Like she
right.
has like 450,000 followers on Instagram. She's really working. She's a part of the Ti and Tiny's group, OMG Girls, who
Oh, okay.
just won a lawsuit, $71 million. I don't know if you heard about that.
No, I did not. What about? What
Yeah,
was the
they
lawsuit about?
so the toy company LOL dolls. I don't know if you heard of those.
Yeah, yeah.
They actually took their image and reproduced these dolls around their
Oh,
image, and
damn.
they won $71 million.
That's
So
wild. Man.
it is.
Okay.
So yeah, so she's a part of that group, but yeah, her talent is crazy. She can sing, she can dance. So I'm really working close with her. More of a passion project because like I love just talent. I
Right.
love great music and I like to making great music with talented people. So
Mm-hmm.
she's one of them. Like I said, she's doing real good with her music right now. So definitely look out for that.
Okay. Sick. Do you see yourself more as a producer, a composer, or a storyteller?
I think I wear all three of those hats at
Okay.
some times.
Mm-hmm.
A producer when I'm with artists,
Right.
right? Um, a composer when I'm sitting here myself with a song that's about to come out, and I can do post production with that song.
Mm-hmm.
That's real composition because I can actually structure it exactly how it needs to be structured.
Right.
And I do a lot of sync stuff as well. So really seeing a visual and putting some sounds with it. That's definitely that. And in the storyteller, I put out my music. And that's another thing for producers. That's a tip that I'm giving you guys. Like, yes, work with artists, but if you have lo-fi beats, if you have regular, it don't even matter. Make sure you put content out and start a YouTube page and put your music on YouTube because I'm actually looking at a screensaver right now and it's literally playing a lo-fi beat.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the end of the day, it's a lot of room for producers to step in as their own artists. If you don't rap, sing, or whatever, I
Right.
personally rap and sing. So of course, like I said, storyteller. I like to tell stories. I make music that I can experience or other people can relate to based off my experience.
Right.
So I definitely wear all three of those hats. And like I said, look out for my music, and my other things that I drop in. But like, yeah, definitely producers, drop your own music, be your own artist.
Well, and that is a perfect segue because somebody is asking in the chat, what any advice for young producers to get their music noticed? Because I remember you said you started pretty early on, which was way different, I think. When it was still Fruity Loops, it was a lot easier because not that many people, I mean, obviously a lot of people made music, but now every person almost, it feels like, makes music. So it's obviously way harder to stand out. So what would you think is a good advice for somebody starting out now or trying to get into the
So my
business?
Right. And I think that is a great question because I get asked that question a lot, and I think producers, and I said this the other day on my page, producers want to go for the biggest song, the biggest record ever.
Right.
That's a great ambition. You
Hmm.
you you're supposed to have that kind of confidence. That's what you're
Right.
supposed to do. But let me tell you, my biggest record didn't come to probably like 10 years after I started producing, you know. And how I got there, and this continues to be this way, is word of mouth.
Right.
So I think you have to work with everybody. You don't need first. That's my first piece of advice. Work with everybody. Don't have a set price that you just, oh, I can't get 5 grand in, I can't do the beat at all. Like
Hmm.
you're hurting yourself and your career because what's gonna happen is the person that's gonna listen to that song may be like, oh, I love that song. I have a link with Jay-Z or Beyonce,
Right.
and I love that beat. Let me see where that producer is. Without that aspect, because that's how I met Nicki Minaj. I met her through another artist. It wasn't through, oh, I hit her up on the email or I
Right.
got her
Okay.
DM. Most times, these people don't even see your DM. They don't see your emails and stuff like that. So it's more about who you know and word of mouth. If somebody's talking good about you or giving positive feedback about what you're doing, it's an easy switch to networking. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? If it's valuable enough, then guess what? We're gonna put you over here. You know what I
Right.
mean? My second piece of advice would be, like I just said, put your own music out. If you have an artist, if you're an artist, put your own music out. That is your portfolio to the world. If you don't want to put your song or something on top of it, I'm gonna give y'all this clue too. Use Suno. Suno is good, and I love Suno. They work with me as well. I love Suno because I wasn't writing music for a long time, and then Suno came out. I said, you know what? I can put my own beats in there and get somebody to sing on top of it,
Mm.
with
Hmm.
my own lyrics.
Hmm.
So that's another way to try to put your own music out. And thirdly, put it out by itself. If you just make beats and
Right.
you okay, put it on YouTube. Every beat you make, put it on YouTube until somebody you see you got 100,000, 400,000 views on one of them beats. That's kind of how it goes. And with that, if you have to have social media, having social media, make content to the beats you're putting out. It's
Right.
a whole thing. It's a production at this
Right.
point. But if you missing one of those steps, you're gonna miss out on a huge blessing that you could have based off you just putting your content out.
Right. Yeah, and I
You know,
think also, which kind of goes hand in hand with that, is also be a good person or be good to work with. You know what I mean? Because also,
absolutely.
like the biggest people I met were also some of the nicest people because you want to work with them.
Mm,
Like, because if you're an asshole, you're talented, less people want to work with you. But if you're talented
absolutely.
and a good person, more people want to work with you, you know?
Absolutely.
But I think that's a good point about Suno and all that. Like, I think there was never a better time, and my camera is frozen again. I'm so sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
again, it's good. It's good.
There was never a better time to actually create because there's no more excuse nowadays. You know, you have tools for everything. Like,
Everything.
and if there's anything you want to learn, there is YouTube. There's everything. There is literally no more excuse. So, yes, I totally feel that, especially also with AI tools and all that. And even if
Yeah.
if you just use it to get inspired, you know. Uh,
Right. And that's yes, definitely use it to get inspired because everybody's man, it's a huge conversation right now about AI tools and what people agreeing with or what they're not. But at the end of the day, it's all a tool. You have
right,
to learn how to use the tool. If you learn use the tool for your benefit, then you don't have to worry about all the other stuff.
right. What plugin or piece of gear is your dirty little secret? Something underrated that changed your workflow?
Man, right now it is Beatmaker.
Oh,
Beatmaker is the sauce. Y'all need to tap in with the Beatmaker. Shout out to UJAM as well for, like I said, y'all bring me in, y'all show me love. I appreciate it so much.
we
And
appreciate you.
definitely, man, Beatmaker has all the sounds for drums. Like I spend literally not hours, but like I said, if I'm making a beat, I I don't like to use the same drums every beat.
Right.
It's just impossible. So it just shortens my workflow to get straight to the point of the beat. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
don't have to look for the specific sounds that match the genre.
Mm-hmm.
That is huge to me.
Mm-hmm.
And Beatmaker has provided tons of sounds for all the genres. Literally, you can think of, and it's like I said, you could just go crazy, man. It's
Right.
all right there. Not to put their name in, but it gives arcade. Arcade is like that plug-in that is similar, but it's not drum based, and it doesn't have individual drum sounds.
Right.
That is a game changer. Like it's killing them.
Man, and we don't even have your bank account info. Thank you.
Oh
um,
God.
no, man, but yeah, I appreciate that. And okay, somebody in the chat is asking, what music genre do you think will dominate in the coming years?
Okay. Definitely not rap, unless it starts changing. They have to change rap, and I love rap. I come from
Mm-hmm.
rap, literally hip hop scene. That's what I grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to change. It's not doing well because I think it's too many copycats.
Right.
Like, let's say when Dr. Dre, Pharrell, Timbaland, all these cats, every borough, every region had their own sound.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like that no more.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It's getting better, but now it's just like if you're from the West Coast, I want to hear West Coast stuff. That's why I'm turning it on. I don't want to hear you just rapping over a trap beat that Young Thug is rapping over. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like it's just I think it's so much of a melting pot in the hip hop community
Mm-hmm.
that it's kind of, you know, washing itself away. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that I don't know. But definitely pop. Pop music is I think it doesn't have any ceilings.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that.
Mm-hmm.
Country music, pop music, R&B, you know, those genres are taking off more because of melodics.
Mm.
Everybody loves melodies.
Right.
You know, if you're that's why let's say Future and Young Thug, they're great at what they do. They still rap but still have melodies in their music.
Right.
Melodies is the base of music itself. You know what I'm saying? So without melodies, you're gonna have to depend on a great beat as a rapper.
Right.
And a lot of times these beats are damn near the same. You know
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's like pop music is like, let's just take the song of the year last year. Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Die. What is it called?
Yeah. I'm totally. I have no idea.
I'm right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. I
That
don't know.
song right there, that is the peak of where everybody needs to be
Right.
going with their music. Like crazy, bro. Like that's what I feel like that's where music is going. It's gonna have to get back where people are the talented people
Mm-hmm.
are actually going to be the artists.
So you say
You know,
pop is popping.
yeah, it is. It's and I mean Sabrina Carpenter. Come on, man. These
Oh.
people are
Yeah. Yeah.
come on. They knocking it out the water. And I don't know any hip hop artists, R&B artists who are up there, but their music is good. It's not just, oh, they're putting millions of dollars behind radio
Right.
and they're getting their song. Like, no,
Mm-hmm.
that them songs are dope. Espresso, one of the longest playing, the most streamed song on Spotify ever.
Damn. Yeah, but I
And she's
think
a new artist.
But I think with pop, it's also kind of like pop always reinvents itself even more. You know what I mean? Like pop is like so much broader because like hip hop, you have very strict rules, so to speak. And yeah, some people go out of that, but pop is like literally because everybody in the pop genre wants to be the next big thing. And for that, I think they dare to do more. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
and break
yes.
out of the mold, so to speak. And, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I totally feel that. Do you start a beat with an artist in mind, or do you just let it flow when you start?
I let it flow because
Mm-hmm.
unless unless I talk to that artist, like I'm working with an artist now. I won't say her name, but
Mm-hmm.
she's big as hell,
Mm-hmm.
and they want me to just send beats, and I'm like, nah, I can't do that because I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste y'all time.
Right.
Unless we have a conversation, then that's when I can actually go in and make songs with an artist.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm just working at the house, like I literally just make beats, or I just start something, and or I hear an idea in my head and I just go in. But
Mm-hmm.
the artist, you kind of put a ceiling on yourself unless it's something very specific for this artist. And then
Mm-hmm.
you're making a sound for that. You know what I'm saying? But
What?
other than that, I think it's just better to just be free, because sometimes these artists don't even know what they want. I'm just be honest, y'all. They don't know.
Yeah.
So you're the what is the you're the curator.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
the
yeah.
one
The
who's coming
driving
up with the
force.
sound.
Yeah.
So yeah, the artists, they don't know. They just want to hit record. And how broad is that? Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you go in the studio and they say, "Oh, just play me some dope stuff."
Yeah.
But that's broad. Like, I can play you all these in my mind. All these are dope. But are you gonna feel like that?
Right.
No, because this is not your mood. What is your mood? What are you thinking about today? What have you experienced this week? What's going on with your love life?
Right.
Let's talk.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Now I feel that. How do you know when a beat is done? Like, or do you just get tired of tweaking it at some point?
That's an interesting question. I In my mind, I'm kind of like Kanye in this aspect. Like, a beat is never done
Right. Mm-hmm.
until you got the song on top of it.
I mean, Nicki
When you
Minaj is the best example for that, right?
Yeah. So, like you said,
Because you probably send it off thinking it's done, but then she's like, "Yeah, this is cool," but
exactly. And
Mhm.
and they literally flew me out there, and it was like, "Oh yeah, here's the studio, here's the song, here's the
Right.
like, go crazy." And it, like you said, it's not done until you post production is important. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like, for producers that's watching, do a song, do a beat, send it to the artist, get them to do the song, send it back,
Mm-hmm.
produce it, make it perfect
Mm-hmm.
in your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the song is done. After you touch it, after the artist touch it. Because like I said, artists don't know. Me and my sister Beja, she's actually hit me up sometimes like, "Oh, it's done." I'm like, it's not done, but I'll let it ride this time. But then
Right.
I had to go back and say, well, you know how you go back and add libs and do this and this. This is how I think too. I want to
Right.
add more to make it perfect, and not
Mm-hmm.
just, oh, this is bare minimum. We giving them just enough so everybody be happy. Now let's really go in, and you know what I'm saying, and
Right.
really put forth an effort to really make this like I said, everybody's one song away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So why not put your best effort in every single song that you have, instead of just, oh, I got this YouTube beat and I did a song on top of it and I'm gonna put it out. Hell nah.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Do the best you
Make it
can.
perfect. Make
Yeah.
it better. Yeah.
Exactly. How do you navigate feedback when an artist wants changes that you don't necessarily agree with? That don't feel right to you. Did that ever
I mean,
happen?
it's like, yeah, it happens all the time. Like, it's a give and take. Like, what I use, like, if I'm recording an artist, I usually let them do what they want to do.
Right.
I don't say no, because I've learned in the past, like, you can say no all you want to, they're still gonna do what they want to do.
Right.
But and also you're gonna look crazy. You're gonna look like the hater, the negative guy, because you're saying, "Oh, don't do it like that." So I always let everybody do what they do, and then if after they're done, I'll be like, "Okay, well, let's do this over or do something different with that." Or if I'm recording, I say, "Oh, well, maybe not say it like that," if they ask, and I say,
Mm-hmm.
say this," you know.
Right.
But it's a give and take. You just have to read the room. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, if it's positive vibes, if it's cool, holding my weight over somebody's head is maybe not be that important,
Mm-hmm.
at this time. You know what I mean?
Right.
But eventually, like I said, post production, we're gonna work through it.
Right.
Where everybody's gonna be happy, not just you as an artist, but I have to be happy with putting this out, and my production,
Put your name
how
on
it
it.
sounds. Yeah, exactly. I
Mm-hmm.
needed to sound up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dope. Are you ready to listen to some tracks that people send us?
Let's do it. Let's
Alrighty.
do it.
Let's do this. All right. So I already preloaded it, or a
Okay.
couple. This one's called End of a Night. And
All
let me
right.
just play a little bit and see what this is. Let's see. I dig it. What do you think so far?
Ah, that's dope. I love the pianos. Those are very they warm. They
Right?
sound so good. And that hi-hat came in. It was like that was turned it up a little bit.
I actually like the visuals too to it.
Yeah, the feel was great.
Okay, that's dope.
See, that was a great example of a producer using YouTube, putting visuals with it to put his beats out.
For sure.
Great
And so far he only has 59 plays, so let's change that. Richard Flindell, End of a Night. Thank you for sending it in. All right, let's go to the next one. Mantra by, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. What language is that? We don't know. We don't know.
That's hard though. That sounds so good.
For real.
Yeah.
And see, and that's kind of what I like because people send in all kinds of genres, you know. So that's great production though. Like it sounds really good produced.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. Yeah.
Sick. Mantra. Sick. Thank you guys. All right. Trippy Steps, Hoping to Be Alone. Okay, let's see. Trippy indeed.
And the turtle, that's dope.
I'm afraid I without hoping just to be alone with my sin.
Man, that gives me Portishead vibes, you know?
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
Not have to face anyone else's disgrace. Nothing's afraid of me.
Okay.
Little too much for myself. My fragile body sinking.
That's good production. That too.
It is.
I dig that.
I like how you got the like it's kind of the trappy drums, but you got a soulful Adele type vocals on top. That's dope. That's dope.
Mm-hmm. Sick. Yeah, we're not gonna listen to the whole things, but just to get a feel for it. But yeah, let's do the next one.
Dope.
Black Sermon, Salem.
Okay. Everybody has a visualizer. That's
I know.
Amazing.
Yeah, like you said, you have to. Nowadays, you have to, you know?
You better keep it up, y'all.
All right, let's go. Let's get some critic stuff going. What would you like if this was your track or somebody would send it to you? What would you change or what would you add?
I don't know because it sounds so like it's everything is preference nowadays. So it's like
Right.
I would probably add maybe another top or something like a top end sound, like a melody or something. But it's so dark and like if I was gonna place this in like a movie or something, it would fit because it's like it's got those elements, the drums hitting the dark piano. So I would probably add like maybe some high end instrument to kind of bring it out, bring like a melody.
Let's see. Mix sound is pretty good though.
Yeah, it does. But them vocals, that's about it. Oh.
I like that one.
Yeah, that vocal top. Yeah, that vocal top in the back is right. Yeah, there you go right there.
There's your top melody.
Yeah.
All right.
It was coming, yeah.
He already adapted your feedback live on stream. There we go.
Oh God.
Sick. Yeah, I like that one. That one's crazy. So everybody in the chat also like if you like those songs, give them a play for real. All right, next one. Navy, Must Be Love, hip hop rap.
Okay.
Already dig it.
Over there in the corner.
Oh yeah.
Zero was just getting started.
Yep.
That's it.
Sick.
That's right. Can't go wrong with soul samples.
For real. Oh, I like that filter sweep.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one is sick.
I feel that one.
Yeah.
I feel that one.
Yeah, that one
Good
is
job,
sick.
Baby.
That's
hard.
I would probably crank up the bass a tiny bit, but that's the only thing I have, I think. Hold on. Dig it.
Or put a sub bass under there, like going towards the like this part.
Yeah.
Sub bass, like the
Right. Yeah.
the East Coast just to add something. Yeah, just something like that.
All right, that one's short. We can. That's sick.
Crazy.
That one's sick.
It is. Not for everybody watching who want the sauce.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that's a real sample or not. It probably is because they say 4 years ago, so that's probably like a real song.
You're right.
But use these AIs to make y'all some samples.
For real, yeah.
Cause good God, it's good for it. So that's some sauce. Y'all want to know? Create your samples. Whatever you want to say.
Oh, sorry. Now go ahead.
Now you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to say in the sample, you can make it, and it's gonna make it sound just like the era of music you want. Like it's just so many possibilities. That's the only game I'm giving out on that because I'm doing it currently. So yeah.
What is your take on AI though? Like on AI generated music and stuff like that? Like, do you see that as a threat, or what? How do you see that?
I feel like for people who haven't used it, it's a threat because they don't understand it.
Right.
I feel like it is the new way. Like for a producer, this is how you need to be using it. I'm telling you, do the samples. So you stop paying people for samples, and they stop charging these high amounts for samples.
Right.
Second, it is sound. So you have stuff like Splice, right? You can go, let's say Suno, giving them another shout out. You can go to Suno and type in, I want some Latin guitar, whatever, right? That's how you're supposed to use it.
Right.
If you go in there and you say, I want a Latin guitar song, and these AI type the lyrics for me, make the beat. Now you're abusing the tool, and then if you're gonna put that out like this on Apple Music and stuff, you're abusing the tool.
Right.
You're not using it correctly, and that's how most people have described them using it. Timbaland is taking a lot of heat because
I know, yeah.
First of all, he's doing crazy stuff like taking people's voice and changing their voice. Don't do that. You ain't got to do that. Use it as a tool for you, not for the you're showing the world and showing other people what you can do. Yes, you can do a lot of things. That's why people they're not appreciating it because they don't understand it.
Yeah.
They're just like I put about 5 people on ChatGPT in the last month because everybody's scared of the capability, but you don't know what it does.
Right.
But once they get on it, they don't get off.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not going anywhere. So you rather make it like you better make it your ally rather than to see it as a threat, you know? So
Absolutely, and you better start now because it's evolving
so fast.
so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And if you miss out, you're gonna be lost because we're gonna be flying past you with all our music,
Yep.
and you're gonna be over there still trying to figure out what kind of song you're gonna make.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, it's just a tool. And if you use it as a tool for your production and you add the human element, which every AI should have, which
Right.
is just don't prompt nothing and put it out on the YouTube. You're actually helping kill the game.
Right.
If you do that.
Right.
But if you use it as a tool, you take sounds, you sample different things. Suno don't care.
Mhm.
Nobody cares.
Right.
It's an open range right now. So use it to your advantage and just keep your own secrets. You know, build your own formula on how to do things. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
every VST company is coming up with tools for AI for literally
Mhm.
every one of them. Waves has one.
Right.
Output has one now.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere. So everybody who's mad at how it, oh, it's computers taking, y'all better get you a computer that can help you take over.
Right. See, it's funny. This one says no AI. I like that. I just literally just noticed that. So let's listen to this
Hey.
one, Retro Future by Rivermint.
Okay.
Sick. Gives me Stranger Things, positive Stranger Things
Right,
vibes, you know what I mean? I actually like the piano added to like this fully electronic song, you know?
Yeah, it is add an extra element. Only thing I would say Rivermint is mixing, because that pad in the back is kind of overpowering
Right.
the rest of the instrument that's in the front. So that would be the only thing. But the rest is preference. Like I said, I really couldn't say, because I'm looking at the reactions. Who cares what the hell I say? Because you got 1,000 plays on it.
Right.
120 likes. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, from my perspective, I would just mix it a little better. Just turn that pad down or EQ it or something, and it'll be good.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, for sure. Dope. Yep. Retro Future Rivermint. All right, let's see. Julian and Blaze, God Complex with a music video. So we also got the visuals here. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Bold. Sick.
And work. Crazy.
That's sick. Hold up. Is there a hook? Also, we got very dark stuff today, and I'm not mad about it.
Yeah. That's the vibe right now.
Yeah. The video's dope too.
Yo. Yeah,
Um,
that video dope. I
don't-
love that song.
I don't really have any suggestions here.
That's the song.
What the? This is trippy. Hold up. That synth is crazy.
That is crazy.
Okay, that's sick. I dig it. Yeah.
I love that. I just actually followed them.
Yeah.
'Cause,
That's
I
crazy.
gotta go see that. I gotta go see the whole video.
Yeah,
That
the
is nasty.
video is dope
Yeah,
too.
that's-
6mm. See, they were even shooting on real film. That's
Oh,
wild.
wow.
At least part of it.
Wow.
That's crazy. Well, shout out to you guys. This is sick.
Yes, sir.
Also in the chat, if you enjoy us kind of reviewing stuff or giving feedback or whatever, I mean, like you said, what the hell do we know? It's just a preference thing. But if you guys enjoy that kind of stuff, we can definitely do that more often. All right, trippy rad type beat. Oh, that's some bass.
Yeah, the bass came on. Okay, turn it up. I know the 808 from me.
Yeah. Little too distorted for me, I think. Like, and maybe
Yeah,
that's
it's like-
full on purpose, but it sounds like it's not really, to be honest.
This one definitely came straight out the studio. Like he made the beat and he said, "Oh, this was it." I'm putting it straight on SoundCloud.
Right.
Nah, that's dope though. I like the energy. And the melodic is so dope.
Yeah.
PC Cardo, okay,
Contact me if you want to use it. There we go. So if you want to use it,
for sure.
contact him. So the next
Got
one.
7,000 strings on it. It's dope.
Yeah, this one I'm totally gonna butcher, so I'm not even gonna attempt to.
Okay, yeah. Bakin, just
Bakin, yeah, that's about the
Yeah.
title. I don't know. Let's go.
yeah, that's instrumental.
Yep.
Okay,
Mm-hmm. Drums are dope. Sick.
give me Eminem vibe.
Oh yeah, early Eminem vibes, right? Like
Yeah.
pretty boom bap though.
Yeah, I love that.
Sick, yeah.
So nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's sick. I dig that one. That I don't have any notes on this one.
Nah, I mean, I think it's
Oh, there
beat.
we go. Hold up.
Oh,
Man, this melody takes it to another level.
yeah, that's a crazy soundscape right there.
And it keeps going, keeps evolving.
Ooh, that guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was vibing out. Making it.
All right. Yeah. I mean, this one is sick. Already subscribed.
Okay.
I subscribed. Let's go. Next one. Zenical X with Retrovisor. Another synthwave one. Yeah.
Hey. Okay.
That one is sick.
Yeah. Thank you, crazy.
Man, the production on that one is tight too. Like this sounds sick. Like that switch, until that switch, I was like, all right, we need something else now. And then it came and I was like, oh, there we go.
It just switched the whole beat.
Yeah, for real.
That was dope.
Oh, come on.
Woo! Not the chord. Yeah.
Why does that sound familiar? This sounds so familiar to me. The melody that just came in.
Movie or something.
That's sick though. Yeah, that's
The only thing I would say retro is definitely mix. That's all. That's it. Just mix it. Just work on you EQing and making space for all these
for the
different
drums and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, because when that synth came, that melody came in, it definitely need to be heard a little bit more. But it was dope. It's there. It's all there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, because I mean, space-wise, you got to do it in the frequency spectrum. You got to make space for every instrument, but you can also, especially with synthwave, I think, with the panning and all that, you can really spatially do something. And I like that suggestion. Somebody's like, "What the hell do we know?" should be the name of the show. Yeah, I agree.
Oh God,
that's kind of how I go through life. What the hell do I know? But yeah, this one's sick.
Right.
This one's sick. We got two more. This one's called "Lose Control" by Brutal X. That sounds brutal. Let's see. Oh, look at this. FL Studio 2025 edition. There we go.
Okay. That's dope.
Everybody got to visualize it, man.
Visual. I do like that.
Yeah.
I like how you do that.
Oh, okay. We got UJAM stuff here.
Okay.
Same thing already. Mix here.
Yeah, when them claps came in, they slapping me in the face. So that bass guitar line is crazy.
Yeah, that's because it's virtual bassist dandy. There you go.
I see. I ain't got that. Yeah. Y'all might have to. Yeah.
Oh man, we'll hook you up with all of them. Yeah, here too. I think like make more space for the drums though, because like it all sounds musically great. That's just my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, the same. Just like you said, mixing. If it's not a preference mix where it needs to sound like that, and a lot of those distorted mixes do sound good, but it's just distorted. But this in particular, you still want to make it sound smooth with this kind of pop kind of vibe. So I think just mixing, EQing. Don't put overly compress everything, but just EQ it. EQing actually is better because it doesn't add compression. You're just making space. You're putting the frequency right where it needs to be in each instrument.
Right. Let's see. I want to see if we already got a winner for our raffle here. Let's see. Simon is going to give me the name. And then we got one last track. Oh, there we go. Tone Virtue. You have won, I think, Beatmaker Chromed. I could be wrong. But at least you won. There you go, Tone Virtue. You're the winner for this stream. So congrats on that. All right, let's check out the last one. Signum Venti, Deep Blue. Literally just uploaded yesterday. Okay.
Oh, okay. This was awesome. I love it. Like, y'all on it. Hey.
Chill.
Oh, yeah.
Super chill, yeah. Oh, there you go. Hold up. I knew there was something else coming.
crazy.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
But also here, sorry to interrupt, but like also here, I think the orchestra stuff could be more present. You know, it's like
Right. Maybe come in a little earlier.
sick. I dig it. I don't have any notes, I think. What do you think?
That's dope. I think just try to turn them drums up, make them hit.
Right.
And yeah, just like the top line in the beginning, make sure you got some extra melodies or some pads to come behind them.
Mm-hmm.
A little sooner, so it ain't just
Yeah, I agree.
drums. Yeah, arpeggiator, which, like I said, is all preference. But
Exactly. Because what the hell do we know? Oh, I'm frozen again.
hell, you know.
Oh, damn. Hold up. I'm frozen again. There we go. Cool, man. All right. I think that's a wrap. I don't know.
Man, that was a party right there, man.
Yeah, thank you guys also for tuning in. But man, thank you for your time, and this was a pleasure.
Yes,
We got to repeat that, and I got to make sure that you get the full bundle here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I don't know. Any last things you want to talk about? Any artists you're working on? Any projects coming up?
So right now I'm focused on my personal passion projects right now, like stuff that I really love to do. Until somebody else big calls me, I'm just like in my corner right now. So I'm working a project I fully produce, and I'm doing songwriting and rapping and singing on. I'm actually dropping that soon. I'm not telling y'all when, but soon. And it, I'll probably let y'all know which songs I use UJAM on. And I work with artist named Beja Rodriguez, very dope here in Atlanta.
Sick.
I've been working with Sci-Hi as well. He's the writer for Kanye and countless other people. Quinn Miller used to write for Drake, and Kanye as well. So just sticking my feet where good people are. Like
Right.
instead of, it began, in my 20s, I was chasing the game, I was chasing everything. So now it's like, let me just sit back and work with people I know that's passionate about working. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just more of that, and just just keeping a good attitude about what's going on. Like, it's all fun right now.
Sick, man. Well, thank you again. Really appreciate that. This was awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed it too in the chat, and let us know if you want us to do something like that again. Man, Jay, thank you. It was a pleasure. And
appreciate it, Daniel. I appreciate it, man.
Let's
Pleasure's
connect.
All
right, guys.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Thank you. Signing off.
Apocalypse, who's stopping this?